That's true. That's true. But
I'm a
I'm gonna be honest. In order for the OGs to maintain getting respect from the younger generation, the OGs got to keep winning because these younger generation they don't respect nothing but winning. You know what I
That's a
mean?
great. That's a great. That's
Nori,
a
this
great.
is a
That's a
Hold on.
fact.
Nori
That's
built a
real.
whole
That's
podcast
real.
killing it,
Big man,
giving the
big man.
shout outs to the old folk.
yeah.
That's a
Hey,
great.
hey, let
That's
Mr.
a
C
great.
talk.
Yeah, see, I want to hear
That's a
C.
that's a great comment that you just made. The OGs have to, kind of keep winning. I brought this up in another room the other day. Why do these kids still know who Michael Jordan is? It's not because he played basketball. It's because of them goddamn sneakers. It's not because he played basketball. Michael Jordan is still relevant in 2021 because of the sneakers, not because of his history of what he's done on the court. His history. We as elder men and women, we know who Michael Jordan is as far as his career in basketball. But a 21-year-old kid, a 15-year-old kid, they know Michael Jordan because of them kicks. They know Will Smith because of the movies. They don't know about Summertime.
But
So
Master
once
C
again,
told y'all product outbeats talent in the day. And I'm a young artist, young producer from New Orleans that co-produced my album with DJ Black and Ma, who co-produced Nice for What with Drake. And coming from New Orleans, you cannot say a lot
Who
of
that? What's your name?
talent
What's your
cats
name?
don't
So I can look
produce.
at your avatar. My bad.
You say, what's up, Nora?
I said, what's your name? So I can check out your avatar and follow you.
No, you about to kick me out, but my name
No,
Taz, though. I'm from New
I ain't kicking you
Orleans.
out. I ain't kicking you out. Go ahead, keep talking, Taz.
My name from New Orleans.
Now that's
My
me.
name
He's
Taz
good.
from New Orleans. But you can't really say the younger generation don't respect the older generation because y'all didn't meet everybody. Y'all just looking at the people they post. And
nobody,
I
as much,
agree.
but
I
nobody never
agree.
said that. Nobody never said the younger generation don't respect the older
Yeah, we're
generation.
not generalizing. We're not. We're not.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. As a quote unquote person who's supposed to be a OG now, right? I'm gonna be honest. I have pride too. You know what I mean? And I remember when I was young, and I remember me not wanting to take advice from people that older than me or people that So that's the reason why, like I said, look, we got to keep winning. Like we can't just sit around and just sit on our old accolades and be like, you know what? I did this then and did this now, so you should respect me for that. It's just like the streets. In the streets, like if they're gonna respect what's happening, what's smoking, what's the next thing that happened, recently. So it's the same thing. And a lot of the times, I don't be thinking that the young generation even want to hear from me. So I'm more comfortable. That's why I Drink Champs is specifically catered towards my legends. That's why this room right here says we got to respect our legends a little more. You know what I mean? Because it's cool. Like I feel like I didn't invent the phrase "give flowers to them while they can smell them," but I made it famous again in hip hop 5 years ago because I look back and I said, you know what? To me, Mr. C's story is more interesting than academic story. No disrespect to academics, but come on, Mr. C is a legacy. You understand what I'm saying? So I chose to choose that as opposed to what's hot, new, and flashy now. You understand what I'm saying?
But you know what it's doing, Nori? It's
And let me just
giving
tell you
them.
something. If it didn't work, people would be like, yo, look at them old niggas, but the fact is it did work. It did work. And the fact is, I'm actually giving people a platform to replenish their career for whatever time it is. Like, I actually looked at Mike Geronimo with all love, and I knew Mike Geronimo had nothing going on. And when I put him on the platform, his shit went from nothing going on to he's making a whole album now. And that shit that I take pride of. You know what I'm saying? That shit that
Can
I
I,
take
That
pride
was
of.
Giving
let
a
me
history
can I
lesson you
piggyback?
don't do though.
Can
It's
I
a history
piggyback? Can I
lesson.
piggy?
Go
Can I
ahead, see. Go
piggyback
ahead,
off of
see.
what
Go ahead,
Nori
see.
said?
Go ahead, see.
Can I please piggyback off of what Nori said? First and foremost, you got Nori, Tone, Nature, Hakeem from Channel Live, DJ Wiz from Kid and Play. There's so many people on this live that are considered legends. But guess what?
Woo!
Being a legend don't pay the bills. I say that all the time.
Tell it, boy.
Being a
but
legend
can I say
does
this
not
also?
does not pay the bills. That's
It
that's
does.
Right,
it's a great acronym to have. It's all of that. People
right.
will acknowledge you and they'll give you more respect than the average person. But it does. It's still that acronym still does not put food on the table. So to piggyback off of what Nori said, like, and this is not to try to promote myself or promote, you know, or cross promote, but even like with my platform of me doing Rock the Bells Radio, right? So, I'm on LL's channel, Rock the Bells Radio, every day, 6 days a week, right? We have a platform on our channel where we don't just play classic hip hop. So we played like the format is classic hip hop from the 90s, 2000, from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Anything from the 80s, 90s, 2000s we play. But guess what? We do a segment on the channel called Breaking Bells, where we play new music from the legends. So like just like 2 weeks ago, AZ dropped a new record. I hit AZ up. AZ, send me the record. I'm gonna send it to Todd. I'm gonna send it to LL. We're gonna put it in rotation. No questions asked. No politics behind it. No shucking
I
and
love
jiving.
it.
No, that's it. AZ gave me the record. It's in rotation. So it's back to like I did. That's why I wanted to piggyback off of what Nori said. It's about doing things that's still in relevance to the current time, but keeping our giving our legends a platform to where they can still have a voice. Because there's people that still want to hear from them in
Right.
2021.
Right.
So we can reminisce and talk about all the things that we've done in our great time, in our time, in our era. But there are still platforms available, like IE, like Drink Champs or Rock the Bells Radio, where cats, if you got new music in current time, you will be supported. Or if you got something going on in current time, you will be supported. It's all about everybody that to pull we need to pull our resources together to help support the legends and everybody else, to keep them relevant in any way, shape, or form.
Well, let me pick it back out there. That's why Drake stayed relevant, because he pulled a young artist up and hop and do the feature with him, and also do the video for him. So can I ask all the legends in here, did y'all ever try to do that?
Did we ever try to do what?
Repeat
Like
that
pull
question.
a young artist up? Like, for instance, whatever barrel y'all from, you say the hottest cat from y'all barrel. Y'all hit the single out, and y'all hear where y'all could add a verse to it, or even put some type of insight into it and help them push it.
Well, everybody in this room, everybody in this room that's here, is Ayana still here? I don't know if Ayana might have left, but
She's here.
Oh no, she's there. Everybody in this room, the brother just asked that question. I'm going to tell you, this is Mr. C talking. I'm going to tell you right now, 90 to 95% of people in this room right now, all you got to do is just look at their profile. They have done something in their career where they put a young person on. So whether it's NORE or Trackmasters or Mr. C, whatever, we've all done our part. Or Ayana, we've all done our part to help put somebody on or help string somebody along, or whatever the case is. So I think our track record speaks for ourselves for what we've done for hip hop. I ain't gonna say hip hop culture, because I'm tired of hearing that word. The culture. I'm sick of that word. But for hip hop music in general, or for black music in general, most of the people that's in this room, that's in the conversation, have done their part to put people on, so to speak.
And to tell you the truth, I'm gonna be honest, man. With Instagram going on and everything, every new artist that I see on Instagram, I think that they already fucking a millionaire and they know everything. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be like, how you give like people always say that to people that they think got more money than them. Like, yo, how I'm gonna give you a Christmas gift to a person that has everything, right? So it's just like that with the young generation. Sometimes I go on their gram and they got 100,000 bands and they got Patek's for leaps. Like, why the fuck do you want to take advice from me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So people say, yo, why don't the OGs reach out to them? And sometimes it's be like, because we think they know everything already, or we think they got their life together.
OG, what makes an OG what makes a great OG is that we move in silence. We don't have to really tell about what we do. If you know, you know. So back to the brother that asked about, do the OGs put young people on? What's your name, bro?
My name's Taz.
And where you from?
I'm from New Orleans.
Okay, now if you look at the top of the room, right? If you look at the top of the room, one of the mediators at the top of the room is a brother by the name of Tone. He's part of a legendary production team called the Trackmasters. Do you know that brother Tone right here, he ain't gonna say it in the room because he's an OG, but I'm gonna say it for him. That he produced one of the greatest hip hop, probably the greatest hip hop R&B collab album ever, in the best of both worlds with R. Kelly and Jay-Z.
That's a fact.
Produced that.
Wow.
Tell it. Give Tone his flowers.
Right.
So these OGs in this room have put in our time and our weight in this music industry. So You know, maybe there's other OGs that haven't, but the people that's in this room have done their part. We ain't got to say how much we've done, but trust and believe we've done our part.
No, DJ
Facts.
Mister, I
Super
think you missed
facts.
it. I ain't talking about what you did in the past. I understand, and that you
Right.
paved the way for everybody that's in this room right now.
Right.
So my question is, like, what y'all did recently? Like, I'm not, you ain't got to broadcast, but I'm just saying, have y'all recently
The
tried to
answer,
pull someone
well,
up?
my answer would be yes. I mean,
Right. Yeah. Mine's would be
I have,
yes. Yeah.
I talk to young artists all the time, giving them advice. The last 4 years I've been building up United Masters, me and Steve Salsa. When you hear names like NLE Chopper and Little Tecca and you know, J.I. the Prince, these are all artists that I brought in the game, recently. So yeah, I speak to young artists all the time.
I speak to the ones that want to be speak to. I'm not gonna lie to you, because that's one thing for sure. Two things for certain. I knew when I was 21, I thought I knew everything. So I imagine these guys, like most of them, like I said, man, like if I was to pull up in a Jetta or a goddamn Volkswagen or Toyota Tercel, I don't think none of these young boys. So I gotta actually, I gotta actually show them. Like I gotta pull up in a Phantom. I gotta pull up in a Maybach. Not because that's what I want, even though that is because of what I want. But I know they wouldn't even look at me because that's what they doing. That's what they.
Well,
And I'm
Nori,
43 years old. I'm 43 years old. Like that fashion shit, that fucking jewelry and all that shit. That shit means nothing to me. I got 6 children, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So that shit means nothing to me. But again, I know that in order for me to be relevant, in order for people to say that Drink Champs isn't just for some old nigga shit, they got to see some young nigga shit still developing, still being transpired around me, and for lack of a better term, like seeing them old niggas still renting. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is when you see DJ like, Scratch, he have 7 parties, fucking, you know what I'm saying? They like I kid you not, Camilo and you know what I'm saying, Mr. C, these dudes used to be booked 7 fucking days a week. There's no way you could call them old. They working more than the young boys. You know what I'm saying? They used to, and before the pandemic, I was so proud of my DJ community because they was just out there, and that's what it is. It's not about what they doing now. And so you ask what he did lately. Every fucking new record that came out, Mr. C would play it. You know what I'm saying? That's what his due diligence is towards this new generation. It's the COVID is different now. You know what I mean? So we can't out there. But the thing about it is we know the bigger picture. The bigger picture is to make hip hop the bigger picture. You understand what I'm saying? So if that means blowing up the new generation, if that means keeping the older generation alive or keeping the middle generation alive, we're gonna do it. This is what everybody here. We hip hop soldiers. That's the reason why this is the title of this shit is let's show respect to our legends a little more. Cause yeah, I've been feeling like I started off with Drink Champs, but and then we got Rock the Bells. But guess what? That's not where it stops. We need more. We need more. We need more.
Hey, yo, Taz, there's one thing, one thing that this Mr. C again, one thing that I do from time to time, Taz, I will tell you one thing that I do with some of the younger artists. I'll give you one person in example. I don't know if you know who Fabio Foreign is, but he's a big rapper out of New York,
Brooklyn.
local cat, but big in New York. And when he first started popping up here in New York, I DM'd him because I didn't have his music, and this was before his big record became big. This is when he was still early, and I didn't. No, I'm sorry, I had his music, but I didn't have it clean. I didn't have his music clean, and I DM'd him and I said, "Yo, my name is Mr. C. Word, I just want to give you a little advice. I want to buy your music on iTunes, but you don't have none of your new music available clean. And I need clean music." Now, the key word is, in that DM I sent them is, I want to buy some of your music. This wasn't me asking for this music for free because I'm Mr. C or the quote unquote legend. I specifically said, I want to buy some of your music, but you don't have your clean music available. You don't have no clean music available. You need to have clean music available on iTunes so people like me can buy it clean. And I sent them, then I also sent them my email. I said, if you want to discuss, email me. So he emailed me his clean music, and then he said, can you send me a cell number where I can call you? I sent him a cell number. He called me and he said, yo, thank you so much. I really needed that type of advice. I needed that type of help. And it's those little things. And he's not the only one I've done that with. I can tell you 5 to 7 more of these new rappers that's been out within the last 5 years that I probably DM to say, yo, I need clean versions, or you know, you need to, your whole mixtape needs to be clean, or your whole album needs to be clean. Those are the little tidbits that I do to put my little input in, because I don't do radio locally in New York anymore, so I can't get to the music the way I used to. But I won't shy away from hitting these kids up on a DM and telling them what they need to do. Some of them don't hit me back, and that's up to them. But most of them do, and they thank me for it, because it's like I'm trying to school you the game. Because it's like, not only do we need clean music for the radio, I may play at a wedding, and I don't want to play the dirty versions at a wedding.
Tell it, see.
So I may, I do a lot of weddings. I can't play dirty music at a wedding. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case is. Or I may be doing a Christmas corporate party. I can't play dirty music at a Christmas corporate party or any type of corporate event. So, but when I tell the younger kids that, 90% of them, they listen, and then next thing you know, they putting out their joints clean. Now, I don't, I'm not bopping my chest and screaming out, yo, I made him do clean music or whatever the case is, but I'm just giving you an example, Taz, of how it's like, some of us may not have input on helping these artists with their music per se, but it's each one teach one. Maybe I just drop a little knowledge on you and give you a little tidbit on what you need to do to get a little bit further. So I think, at some point we all do our part.
Excellent advice, C.
I'm kind of crazy
question
having that conversation.
Is y'all familiar with DJ Thero?
DJ Ferris?
No, Thero.
Thero's my man. That's one of my best friends. I do a lot of shit with him.
All right, look, he working with an artist down here named El Mont. He has sent them a Croatia beat package, so they working on the tape called The Five Barrels. And better yet, he's down here right now.
He's in North Carolina right now, right?
I'm not for sure where you're located at right now.
No, he's in North Carolina as we speak right now. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Yeah, because we met him in Manhattan.
Right. He DJs for 50 Cent and Raekwon.
Yeah, of course. Well, then, like I said, the guy El Mont that he's doing the album with, I would like for y'all to pull him up so he could talk to y'all also, because he a true connoisseur of hip hop also.
I want to speak to Chuck Chill Out real quick. Where Chuck at? Where Chuck, you still there?
Chuck playing quiet. Chuck, where you at?
Chuck.
You got to move him up.
Chuck, what's going on? He there?
His name Lamont at the bottom.
All he got to do is unmute his mic. His mic is muted. Chuck, where you at?
No, he's not in the room. He's not.
He must have just left. He was here.
No, he in the room. I see him personally.
Y'all OGs is respected, and this is why I kind of like hate the back and forth as far as like just the older and the younger generation.
Oh, he just left. Now I see what you said.
The OGs are respected. I feel like everybody that did what they did back in the day is going to be.
Hey, yo, NORE, I just got off
everybody now, like we talking about Jordan. Okay, yeah, we was talking about Jordan earlier, and Jordan is going to remain in history forever. When Jordan was doing his thing, like people get shoe deals every day now. If they pass away or something happen, anybody really gonna remember. But the people in the previous generation, without all of this social media and internet, is gonna always live on. The OGs is gonna always live on. If somebody younger don't respect them, it's only because they don't know about you or your story.
Shampoo, Chuck Chill Out. Let's ping him back in. In.